I've just I've gained relationship weight and gotten just super lazy with my prepping because Samantha eats like garbage, but she stays skinny, so I have to work on more self control.
I don't know, man. It's hard. Like me and you have never been the guys that don't have much appetites. That's never been our fate.
That's true. The only way that I've gotten skinny is just by not buying the things to make me fat, and Sam buys the things to make me fat, and I can't help myself. My self control is none.
Yeah, I mean that is the one hard part about like going home is that like my parents buy snacks and stuff. So like if I lay off the snacks, the food itself is
Yeah.
way cleaner than the stuff I eat. I mean, it's not like the stuff I eat here is bad. Like I'm eating chicken, like cooked chicken breast from Costco, basically. Um, and like
You still eat
rice.
chicken breast?
It's this Costco stuff that like comes like prepackaged in like 2 pounds
Oh
worth.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so like
yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
doing
I know
that
what you're talking about.
because it's easy, but um, still like something about like I think the reason why I was that lean in Germany, even though I was eating just I was honestly eating garbage over there. I was eating like thin crust pizzas every dinner. Like I was eating just like I just have a pizza for dinner and like some like Mediterranean bowl for lunch. But I was
Yeah,
like lean, and I think it's just food over there is just so much cleaner. Like anywhere outside the U.S. is just so much cleaner than the stuff we have here.
yeah. I mean, we have a healthcare system that rewards uh, the administrators to keep people fat and unhealthy. Treat the symptom, not the cause.
Yeah. Speaking of the healthcare system, heard there's some big news in the works for you.
Yeah, just switching jobs. Nothing crazy. Just moving up in the world.
Is it like a well, I mean, I know it's an upward movement, but like it's like a lateral in the industry, or is it?
Yeah, it's just more lateral. I'm just doing something different. Still treating patients. It's not like I'm becoming a manager or anything like that. Um, yeah, I'm just working with a different population of people.
Hmm, and a pay raise?
Yeah, like a 50% pay raise.
How do you? Because I thought like you'd said you're like for PT, it's kind of like a pretty strict like boundaries
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your
I
guys'.
basically just went from the bottom cap to the top cap. So basically, that's the max I can earn, and then uh, whatever interest payments I get on top of that, or not interest, inflation payments.
50% or close to that's got to be nice. Like that's gonna be because how long have you been in this current job or the your
But
last one?
a year.
Yeah, so like I feel like it's gonna be a decent lifestyle change. Like once you start,
Not really. I think all that's really going to change about my lifestyle, or what I'm hoping to, is that I just pay off my loans faster. Like I'll just pay off my car, and then I'll pay off my loans, and then ride into the sunset. So basically, like the 7 to 8 year timeline that I had to pay off my loans, hopefully I just shorten that down to 3 or 4.
I mean, yeah, like I know you're the big on like the cutting down the loans and like pretty
Yeah,
frugal lifestyle. But I will say, even as someone who like, I think me and you both live pretty frugal lifestyles. But like the lifestyle creep still does hit you. Like I think I've
yeah,
mentioned before. Like I don't go spend absurd amounts on just random crap. But like
hmm
I'm very comfortable. You know, even if I'm going out. Like I went to the movies yesterday with some buddies, and then I'm going out to dinner tomorrow with some other friends, and then I think I'll go out again this weekend. Like hang out with some other people. And like I'm very comfortable just like at a restaurant or whatever. I'm like, yeah, just get like I'm not gonna get $100 worth of stuff at a restaurant, but like
yeah,
I'll just get whatever I want, swipe a card, not even think
hmm
about it. I don't make a budget or anything anymore. So it's like I don't even look at that, like the credit card bill. Because I know like I'm gonna stay within my own limits. Like I'm not like just spending like crazy. That's a part of it. But like that's as I mentioned, that's gonna be something that I have to get used to again. Like that lifestyle creep of like having enough to where like you can just live your life and just go out to eat whenever you want and not
yeah.
ever have to worry about that. That's different.
I mean, that's been my biggest lifestyle creep. It's been if I go out and grab like fast food, I don't order the cheapest thing possible. I will
Mm.
get the thing that I kind of want. no longer budget balling and getting the item that's $4. I'll splurge and get the item that's $7.
I think I might have mentioned this before, but like I think the biggest thing I noticed was that I think every time it's not when I go out like grab some quick food by myself or whatever, but like every time I go out with friends and it's like once a week or once a week, once every
Hmm.
2 weeks, we'll go out as a group, like a few of us. We pretty much, unless we're not hungry, we will get appetizers with whatever we're getting,
Hmm.
and it's just like that. That's like such a weird change from anything because like even my family, like my parents are like they do well for themselves, but like we've never been like an appetizer family or whatever, right? It's like sometimes something small is like just to try it, but like it feels overly indulgent now as like the kids of these immigrant parents were just like, yeah, just you want to get this appetizer platter for 24 bucks. Then yeah, that's the American dream, I guess. That's their dream for us.
We're living it. We're doing the thing, Dave.
We're getting appetizers and
We're
drinks,
hell yeah.
apps and sides.
Actually, I'm gonna see how much of a pay raise it actually is. I was guessing 50%, but it's one. Oh, I did that wrong. Yeah, it's about 50. 50. It's like a 40% minimum, and then like uh, it could be anywhere. It could be like 100% pay raise if this depending on how hard I want to work.
That is, yeah, that's a pretty nuts transition. I
Yeah.
joked with Steph. I was like, yeah, I think when I go home as a student, I think dinner's on loop now at this point. So
No. Oh.
hey, with your pay raise, you're making what I was making like when you were a student and I was full time. So I'm like, yeah, like now that when I'm the broke
Yeah, but
college kid,
I have more bills than you though.
that's true. You do. You have more bills. I was a single guy with like 800 bucks in rent to pay and
Yeah.
no responsibilities. So yeah, you do have more going on. You got
Yeah.
student loans,
It's
other
just
like
student
gym,
loans. I think
car.
we go bar for everything else, but just the loans play a factor.
Yeah, that's luckily though. It's not like it's gonna weigh on you for too long. I keep seeing like I'll see posts pop up from like law school and med school students. They're like, yeah, feel pretty lucky to walk out with only 190,000. I'm like, oh my, like you guys are out of your minds. You guys are going to be indentured servants for the next 20 years until you pay that out.
Yeah, and it depends because like lawyers they have such like a big scale in their pay grade, so it's just like you're either making 40 or 50K being like a public defense attorney, or you're making $1 million a year.
That's kind of the crazy thing is like I'll say to other people because I have the GI Bill, so like I'll go for free. So like if I wanted to like go like public interest, I wanted to be a prosecutor or a defender or like government
Yeah,
job, I could and be fine. Like it wouldn't make that much sense because I just spent 3 years to basically make less than I make in the military. But
yeah.
like sure, if it's something I want to do, but like people who take on hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt to go do that, I'm like
Hmm.
you better have like shadowed and like know this is what you want to do. 'Cause I'm like, you spent
Yeah.
3 years in that much money to make less than you would with like a finance bachelor's. So
Yeah.
like, I hope you made the right decision on that one.
I hope you love this job. I hope it gives you the happiness that you've always been searching for. No, that's the one thing that this isn't necessarily like my passion career, but it gives me a lot more flexibility and a lot more pay to live life a little bit better and then pursue things that I'm passionate about.
The work life quality better, or I mean, I think the pay influences that, but
It's just more of like I make my own schedule type of deal. So it's just like if I want to work really hard for 3 days and be done, I can. If I want to work very little for 6 days in a row, I can. I can kind of do whatever I want.
I do remember like one of the conversations we had in college was like I think this might have been like one of the earlier podcasts or something, but I was like you were it was like the question was posed to you. It was like, oh, if you could work 3 days in a week, but it was 12-hour days, would you do it? And you were like, yeah. Like I think I remember you without
In a
question. You were like,
heartbeat.
I would work just without sleep if it meant that I could have like a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like because like I could suck it up I just sacrifice those 3 days and then I get to live life the other 4 days. Absolutely. Some people, and like the more I read about it, I think it's just more like personality dependent. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people don't like the idea of like if you go to the gym every single day and essentially on the 3 days that you're working, you just don't get to go to work. I'm okay with that. I would rather be a robot for 3 days and then just like be a human for 4 other days, as to being like a robot like 80% of the time for 5 days.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm definitely more on your side on this one now, especially like because Steph has the same thing where like she like works 12-hour days, like 12-hour shifts, and then
Hmm.
has like generally 3 days on, 4 days off, and
Hmm.
like I'm very much like super just like anal about the planning, right? So
Yeah.
I think about like the gym schedule and like I like doing my gym time. I like getting my routine in and my sleep in
Hmm.
and everything. But I'm like, if it means I can have 4 days of generally being like you said a normal person and like getting to do all the things I actually want to do, yeah 3 days I can just I'll just do the severance thing. I'll just zone out, just
Yeah.
clock in and do
Yeah.
my time basically.
Yeah. And that's what I'm kind of hoping for. I'm hoping I can find like a good, but I'm gonna find myself in like a catch 22 where it's just like I could make that schedule, but then like let's say I work for 3 hard days, get my meet my productivity, and I'm done for the rest of the week. Um, if I decide to work more, I just essentially get paid like $100 for like every time I go see a patient. So it's just like I could just I could rack up. I could work like 50 hours in a week
I'm moving up in the world. That's a nice gig.
doing something.
That's a
I'm
nice.
doing something.
I mean, it sounds
Yeah,
like
like I said, the work's not as fun, and the documentation kind of sucks ass. But I'm pretty good at documentation. I'm pretty good with AI documentation. I'm pretty I'm pretty flexible. I don't know. I think it's a win-win for me. I think it's going to give me what I want at the end of the day, which is just more time to live life.
I mean, oh yeah, I hope that like that it does meet those goals better because I know even though you're saying your last job was like dream job type, but
It's theoretically a dream job. Theoretically, there has to be a couple other things that go into place, and it still has a lot of potential. Just not where it's at right now. Not with how management's moving.
so are you at a different job or a different company now?
Both.
Okay, both. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, I'll get the details off the pod, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I have made much less life progress than you recently.
That's not true. Shut up. Shut up, military man.
I mean, I
Shut
mean,
up, GI Bill.
in all fairness, like
Shut up.
if we're going month for month,
Shut up, top 10 law school. Shut up.
if we're going, I'm saying if we're going month for month in progress, I got admitted
Yeah.
much more than a month ago. In the
Yeah.
past month, I have like applied for housing.
Yeah.
That might be the one forward momentum I've made with my. I mean, it's a waiting game for me, right? So like
Yeah.
I think I'm. It's like kind of a nice thing because I'll be back in like the student like, hey, I get a month off for Christmas. Hey, I'm like just kind of chilling
Yeah.
because I'm a student again. But also at the
It's
same
gonna be
time,
so nice.
it'll slow down to where like it'll slow down in a good way. Something I'm like looking forward to. But it is kind of different than like the working adult life or like you're
Yeah.
just like oh all of a sudden I have a new job and like that's such a huge change. Like that doesn't happen in
Yeah.
school. You don't get like big changes like that in school.
No, you might get like different internships. Like, ooh, I got this really cool internship at this cool law firm.
Oh, this exam is moved to next week. Yeah, like it's not exactly
Ooh, ooh, I
big
passed
movement,
this
but
exam. Time to go. Time to go on a bender with the boys.
it's gonna be interesting. I can't remember if we've talked about that. I don't know how much other grad schools are, but I know law school is big on like people drinking. Like that's like a part of the big culture.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta. What is it? Is it you gotta study at the bar?
Bar review,
The
and that's what they call it.
bar review. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it is weird because like I'm just someone who doesn't really enjoy drinking anymore. Where like I will with
Mhm.
buddies back home, like as like a nostalgia thing, and sure I will in Japan, right? Like as part of the environment, but It's not something
Going
like
on
I
a
enjoy
bender.
doing like regularly, and
We're going on a 9-day bender in Japan.
I think I will be the responsible one and try to keep Connor and Johnny alive. I think actually I think mostly it's the three of us trying to keep Connor alive.
Connor's gonna do great. Connor's fine. Connor's Connor's got the most experience.
That's true. He does have the most experience. I think he has the most experience. I've got the most self control and like not wanting to do it as much. You've got the most wisdom,
Sure.
and Johnny's the highest risk.
We're gonna leave Johnny in Kyoto.
Yeah, he'll find his way back.
Yeah, he's fine. He's done international travel before. All right, that's the only big life thing for me. Uh, we'll see how it actually goes. I start next month. Uh, sent the email to my boss yesterday, so we'll see how they take that news.
Oh, so
We'll
you
see if they
haven't sent
come.
you haven't sent like your 2 weeks. Like take. I thought you meant you
Oh,
like started this job already. You're
oh
like
no.
you got the offer.
No, so like I got the offer, signed the offer, and then I let my boss know yesterday.
Wait, so you said we'll see how he takes it, as in like you let him know yesterday you haven't heard back,
Haven't heard back yet. They might be in panic mode right now. I was bringing in a bunch of money for the company.
and you had other people going on like maternity leave and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one's coming back. One's coming back though when I leave. So that's what I kind of waited for. I was kind of waiting for like, okay, when's like an acceptable time to leave.
no, look at that. You're not just they're not just gonna poo poo all over your reputation as soon as you leave.
Not completely, no. But I've been wanting to do this for months, but it was like there wasn't like a really good time to because people kept leaving for maternity.
Speaking of creating your own hours, though, this is not going to be like a long segment. This is
Okay,
literally just a little
let's
question I
make
had written down,
yeah.
and I don't remember where it came from. I think it was probably another podcast I haven't heard. But you talked about setting your own hours. Would you, let's say, you could make your full time job sniffing poo? All right,
Okay,
it's a 9 to 5 of sniffing poo, but you get paid $1,000 a day, and you can choose whatever days you work. So it's basically,
okay.
so would you take? So like let's make it you can't have other employment. This is like your sole way of getting income. Like if you need money, this is how you get money. But you can
It's
pop
a
in for a
thousand
day.
dollars a day.
You can pop in for a day, sniff poo for 8 hours, and then clock out for $1,000.
Yeah,
But this is the only way you can make money for this. So like you're locked in. Do you take this offer?
yeah, absolutely. It's better than eating shit.
Oh, that's all I had. That's the only question I
What?
had. That's not all I had. I do have other questions, but that was the only
Wait, what
like
about you?
huh?
What would you pick? What would you pick?
With
$1,000 a day.
yeah, I mean like $1,000 is a lot, right? If you'd said 500, that'd be different. Because
Yeah,
500,
you can make more than that doing whatever job that you do.
yeah, like I mean
That's a potential of what? That's 5 times 52. That's over $225,000.
yeah, like 500 is nice, but like $1,000 is where like $1,000 starts to equate to like big law, like medicine money without like
Mhm.
at like 40 hours a week. Yeah, you're
No
sniffing
skilled training.
poo, but like
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you like analyzing the poo?
no,
Are
you're
you
just
like
sniffing it. You just clock
you
it.
don't have to like write down like ate peanut butter or like
I
smells
think I think it
gross?
doesn't even have to be active. I think you would just like you could just sit in a room. It could be like a data entry job almost, but like you're not entering anything. You just sit in a room, do whatever you want, but like
Yeah,
you're actively being pumped poo smell.
well, I don't know about that. That changes it. I
How does
thought it
that
was
change it?
in in my mind. I was thinking that I was kind of like it was like you're like in a factory or like in a lab, and you're just kind of like you smell a poo, and then you have to like write a little bit down about the poo, and then you get like 30 seconds or to a minute to like do that before you smell the next poo.
That's see, that sounds worse. That sounds way worse because that's like no downtime. Like at least like this, you can like kind of be like, all right, I'm doing something else. I'm reading a book, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm smelling poo, but
Smells
like
like
I'm
shit.
like you can kind of zone out. Whereas like if it's like, all right, I've got a clock, I've got a quota to meet of poos smelled.
Yeah,
I feel like that's way worse.
you
But
become a poo expert though, expert in your field.
I I think I'd do it for a grand a day. Because if it's set your own
Yeah,
hours, like that means like I could realistically I could work 3 days a week, 9 to 5, and like
yeah,
it'd be completely fine. Like that would be like my quality of life now.
yeah,
Way better than my quality of life now. I should
yeah.
say.
I was gonna say, like, you're making 3K a week. That's
No, no, no,
crazy.
no. Especially if it's after tax. Yeah,
Yeah,
after tax, a grand, sniff
it's,
poo. I'll do that. No
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Did you have any topics of the world you want to discuss before? I've got like a bunch of hypotheticals and a little game we could try
Yeah,
before the
you're
night.
telling me about the game. What did we get to anything last time? Oh, how's your book reading going?
I am. Oh, actually, I kept it back here.
Are you going Dark Age yet?
I'm on Iron Gold,
Iron. Okay,
and I'm about 2 chapters, 3 chapters from the end.
that's so funny. So we recorded 2 weeks ago, and David is now on the fourth book of the Red Rising series. Uh, fourth book being like, how long is that book? It's like 700 pages,
Um,
600.
it is 600. Yeah, so
Yeah,
600 ish.
yeah. You definitely slowed down though. You
I I
One point
slowed
you were
down
reading
on.
a book every other day.
I did slow down one because it's a little less flowy, right? Because you're flowing between different
Mhm,
characters. You got
mhm.
four different characters, four different perspectives, four different plot lines to follow. There's that as one, but also two because Steph didn't say, but she just basically said like she's getting me the sixth book for my birthday in a month.
Mhm.
So she said, "Don't buy it. You're not allowed to buy it." So now I have to like slow down my reading
Yeah,
until next month when I can read it, because
yeah.
um I don't want to sit there for a month on a cliffhanger. But yeah, it's going very well. I think definitely I agree. The fourth one, like you said, was the slowest one of
Mhm.
the bunch so far, but I know it's setting up, and I'm at least where I am in the book. So the last few chapters, I don't know, maybe we'll change it. Last 100 pages or so. Um, Lysander's a little shit. Not a fan of that guy. Not a fan. The other people, like I'm like, all right, like maybe there's some redemptiveness here. Like
Mhm.
obviously Darrow is like more complicated. Lyria, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute. Like her little journey. Like it's kind of like a
Yeah.
microcosm of the world.
Mhm.
Ephraim, I'm like, I'm not like a big fan of him, but like also I'm like, at least like I feel like he's like an interesting character. Whereas like Lysander
Yeah.
just feels like a spoiled little brat, and
Yeah,
like
he is. Yeah,
yeah,
Ephraim is. I think he won me over the most by the end of the book, where it's just like Lyria. I kind of just tolerated Lyria. Darrow's Darrow. You're gonna like Darrow. Lysander, you're just like, God damn it, I hate this guy.
every
But
every
I'm gonna
decision,
keep reading it.
like every decision he made from his first chapter, to like currently it's a. Oh, I guess I won't spoil anything, but like every decision he's made, like every time he like has an interaction with someone, I'm like, okay, like that's a nice interaction. Like I kind of see like his thoughts, his thought process. But as soon as he makes an active decision and does something, I'm like, why do you do the worst things always? Why are you the way that you are? Like
Lysander's like, honor? What's that? This is
he's just
useless.
the worst. Like I don't know if they're trying to like. I guess if I know like a lot of books and movies try to make like a foil to like the main character or like a side character, but like
Mhm,
I guess Cassius was like a good foil to Darrow in the original three, and in a way, but
mhm.
like there was something redemptive about pretty much every character that was written in the first three. And like as I'm reading Lysander, I'm like, oh, like dude, I hate everything about you as a character. Like it's not like a because a foil is supposed to like show what the downsides of someone's character or like show like
Yeah.
some flaws or like be like a contrast. But I'm like,
Mhm,
all you're showing is that everyone else is better than you. That's all you're showing.
mhm.
Like I like
Yeah.
every time I flip the page and I see like Lysander at the top, I'm like, oh, what is he gonna do to ruin the universe as we know it at this point?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'm glad you're liking it. I'm glad that you're trudging along the worst book in the series. And then the next book is just it's awesome. I I wish I had more time to read it. I wish I could just like sit down for hours and just binge it because it's like it gives me the feel of like the sun, Golden Sun and Morning Star. It's
Mhm.
got a lot of those vibes.
I mean, the thing is, like, even though you said it's the worst of the series, it's still a more engaging book than any I've read in a long time. Even like
Hmm.
the most boring, uh, so-called one of the bunch, like
Hmm.
this, the series is still very much hooked me. I'm still very interested in the characters, which is the nice thing. Like
Yeah.
every time it brings up like the world and what's going on and the politics of it, I'm like, I still do want to see how it develops, even if like I could I could maybe like a different character a little more if it was narrated by them. But
Hmm.
yeah, still very good. I'm still getting along there. I'm gonna keep slowing it down. I mean, I'll be done with the fourth one, probably
You
tomorrow.
you'll probably beat me. You'll probably be. We'll probably reach sixth book together, and then you'll probably just blow me out of the water
I mean,
if I keep reading fast.
once the seventh drops, I'm probably gonna read that on release, like the week it drops.
Yeah,
But I don't know when this drop. I think it's this year, later
it's
this year.
supposed to be this year or this summer, but he's like, I keep like reading like little updates about how the writing is going, and he's just like, guys, it's at 1,200 pages right now. I don't know what to do.
Because that's the finale. Is it Lightbringer? Is that the finale? Or that's six, right?
No, like Lightbringer's six, and then it's I think it's rumored to be called Red God,
Red God, Slave King.
Slave King.
Yeah, very good though. Very enjoyable series. We'll see. I assume I'll discuss with you on our last podcast was a little rambly. I was thinking, I was like, depending on how this one goes, if it's a lot better, we might just release this one. So
Yeah,
we might still release the last one. It might still see the light of day, just because I think our Red Rising talk was good, but
yeah,
just a lot more rambly in the back half. But
yeah. It's the fun of it. It's just a ramble. Have fun.
yeah, I
It's our
mean,
show. We can do what we want.
yeah, that's true. You guys have to listen. You must
Yeah,
listen,
yeah, 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 yeah.
anyways. We're at 29
Forced to
subscribers
listen.
now. We're
Oh
almost at
shit.
the big 3-0. We're almost
Oh
at the big
shit.
5-0 on episodes.
Oh my gosh.
We're making it big.
Dude, we're getting there. We're moving up in the world.
In about 10 years, we might be able to monetize the channel.
We'll be able to monetize it with AI slot bots.
We can get a sponsor or something, right? Who would you? All right, if you get one serious sponsor, like one like legit sponsor, and then one like sponsor that you think just aligns with your personality and your interests the most, who would your sponsors be?
So like one that I think would be good for the podcast, and then one that I would like.
Yeah, what one that aligns with like yeah. I'll just see your interpretation on that.
Okay. I don't know. We should, if we want to make money, and if we want the podcast to blow up, we got to start pushing gambling. We need a gambling ad.
Oh,
We need like we need like Bet MGM or uh,
what's that one
what are
online
the other
one
ones?
that everyone's sponsored by?
See.
They've got like banners in every single like Instagram post now. Um,
Uh, FanDuel, Bet365, Kawashi. Is it Kawashi?
I don't think it's that one. I know of that one, but um,
I don't know. Any of them. Any of the sports books that want to way we can push gambling onto little kids. That's what I'm here for.
I think I think the gambling ones. I can't find what this one's called. I guess betting apps for kids doesn't pull anything up. Um, um but
No, because that's illegal. Can't do that.
uh, yeah, gamble. I think. See, my thought on like the scummy but best for the pod would be like it's not scummy even. It's just kind of like degrading to the overall quality. Would be like mobile games, you know, like the real, real just crap mobile games. Like no one
Oh
is
yeah.
gonna play by watching this. But like it'll be like, hey guys, we're sponsored by this War of Age Kingdoms or whatever they are, and then they're and then it'll be like, all right, use code illogically ignorant for 18 free rerolls on your daily chest. Like that'll be
No, we should be sponsored by the ads that are by the games that are fake games
Oh,
that
yeah,
aren't
yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
games.
And we
Yeah,
can make the
yeah,
ad, like the ad video can be us like
yeah.
pretending to
We get like a
swipe.
big screen, and we're like they just
Mhm.
have like a video that's playing, and we're like pretending like we're doing
I
it.
think that'd be really fun, actually. Like to make it to make that. It'd be a good watch, I think.
Yeah, guys, we're winning so hard right now. Look at this. Oh no, there's a big monster coming. What do we do?
What they don't know is I
Uh,
have 8 million power in Age of Kingdom. what what would be
uh,
your like desired advertiser though, or desired company to sponsor us?
gosh, I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool if we got like Rogue to sponsor us. I know we have like very little to do with Rogue and fitness. I mean, we talk about it. Just like be sponsored by Rogue, and then we could get like Rogue barbells
Free
and
free
equipment,
Smith
free
free
equipment.
squat racks. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
because I was also thinking gym stuff. I'm like, yeah, like Rogue, or maybe we could go for. See, the problem is I don't think we're like. I was thinking like the apparels, right? I was like, yeah,
Mm.
like a Young LA
Okay,
or like a Gymshark
yeah,
or
you're gonna,
something. But I don't
yeah.
think we don't fit the mold of Young LA or Gymshark, because like Gymshark I think is very Gymshark is very like super lean dudes, like six
Hmm.
four blonde guys that like have 20-inch waists. Right?
Yes,
It's like David Lade. Like Gymshark is David Lade, I think. And
I think
then
we could fit under Young LA because like some of
Young
their
LA.
models are just like normal-ish people.
Yeah, Young LA I think is maybe closer. They're more just like any gym influencers, and they just wear baggy clothes.
Actually, I just popped up Young LA's website, and there's just one dude that is like, I don't know what he's doing with his jaw.
I
Just
think
go
they
to
have
Young
like
LA's.
I think they have the Trend Twins. I think they're sponsored by them. I'm pretty sure I've seen them on their website before.
Yeah, we could fit under Young LA. I see a couple dudes that look like us. I see the Trent twins.
Yeah, like this one's definitely more. This one's definitely closer to our style.
Yeah, there's people that look like us on there.
Young LA would
We
be
could
good.
pull this off.
I like. We don't even need money. We just want free stuff. You just send us like a
Yeah,
sweatshirt here or there. We're like, we'll sell whatever you want.
or just give me a pair of socks. I don't care. Their sweatpants are cool. I got their AOT drop, their AOT collab. I got their sweatpants. They're cool.
Yeah, I got their Yu-Gi-Oh collab. So that's my
Cool. Oh,
yeah.
they got some sick stuff.
All right, look, we're done shopping. It's time to do the
What?
podcast.
Come on. We gotta tell our people what we're buying with their money.
Did you know I watched a video commentary today, and it was talking about like YouTube channels being bought up by private equity, and like it was basically about like a lot of private equity, like BlackRock and or Blackstone, BlackRock, whatever. Like a
Yeah,
lot of those kinds of PE firms are buying up a bunch of channels and like bundling them under one roof. So you got
yeah.
like Game Theory, the Game Theorist, whatever it was back in the day.
Hmm.
Like all those channels are bought up. I think like the original guy Matt Pat or whatever is like basically getting pushed out or like basically selling his stake in it.
Yeah,
Um, Veritasium, I think that was a channel like that was like
yeah.
Vsauce
That was
adjacent.
popular back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're bought out. So like there's a ton of channels now that are being bought out, like private equity, like politicians, things like that. Very interesting.
I I really do like how when we were in school and we were in finance together, the big push was always private equity. It's like we want you to go into private equity, and now it's like the world is realizing the demons that they are.
Yeah, I'm grateful I didn't like feed into the machine. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of a nice thing of like keeping your soul clean a little bit. Like
Hmm.
kind of same thing with me getting out of the military because I was talking to someone. I was like, here's the thing is like people are talking about staying in or doing the reserves or whatever. I was like, it's not even the military doesn't even have like the ring it did 10 years ago anymore, right? Whereas like 10 years ago, it's like someone's like, oh, I'm a veteran. Like, oh, like well, one they were like usually like combat vets, like Afghanistan, Iraq, things like that. So it's like oh, like you served, you did, you served your country, you did your time, you fought terrorists, whatever. And now it's like I don't even have that like there's not even that sentiment anymore. It's more just like I don't want to tell people I was in the military because then be like, oh, you assisted in bombing children. I'm like, well, No, but like now it looks like that, right? Like
It's like
that's the
I didn't
perception.
do that. I'm just employed by the U.S. military, and they give me my paycheck so that I can order highlighters for the people that will bomb children. So it's like I'm three hands removed away from the process, but
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of interesting that like perceptions. I mean, I think it's a good thing, right? I think it's a good thing that we don't idolize private equity. We don't idolize. I don't think anyone I've ever idolized that, but we don't idolize the finance world or Wall Street anymore as a society, like or like any of the Fortune 500 CEOs, any of that. Like I think mainstream media. I think it's a good thing for society to like, bluntly put it, to lose trust in institutions
yeah,
and the government.
yeah,
But it's going to be a hurting period for a while everyone figures out what to trust again.
trust nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to do, Dave. Dave, every day the cabin in the woods calls my name. It calls my name. Just escape it.
I think you ever watched the Exerbia video, like
Yeah,
something about a cabin in the woods?
and how it's not the answer.
Yeah, a cabin. Yeah, yeah. The answer is not a cabin in the woods. Yeah, like
Right, it is the answer. Don't lie to me.
yeah, we know.
Return to monkey.
We
That's
know
the
better.
only answer.
Did you have any current
Uh,
event stuff, or do you want me to move into some of these hypotheticals?
what current events are going on? Uh, military budgets increasing.
Wonderful.
So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's, yeah, let's waste more taxpayer dollars. Uh, we're putting a blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. That's it. That's all I know about world news.
That's pretty much all. Just what Trump, Iran,
Yeah,
basically that.
man, it's really interesting how we quickly moved away from the Epstein files as soon as the war began.
Well, there was some like, didn't like Melania come out like a few days ago and
Yeah,
be like
Melania came
out
out.
of
Yeah, oh
nowhere?
yeah, yeah. She came out of the blue, didn't inform her husband. It wasn't a planned meeting, and was just basically telling the world, like, I don't know this guy. I was not friends with this man.
He did
We
not introduce
should,
me to my husband.
yeah, we should hear the victims. Yes, we should let them be known. It's very strange. I don't know.
Oh, she said that about the victims?
Maybe just like how they, the victims' voices need to be heard, or something along the lines like
No,
that.
because all I'd heard was I did not know Epstein. He did not introduce me to Donald Trump. That was like the only
Yeah,
lines I'd heard from that.
yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Maybe we should look into that more. Maybe we shouldn't block that. I don't know. Every day that continues, I get more and more concerned.
I don't even know anymore. It's a 50-50. It's a pure coin toss and whether it's all part of their plan. Like
Yeah.
part of me wants to believe that someone, even if they're evil, is like smart enough to be doing this as part of their plan. Like,
Hmm.
and it's not just pure incompetence, but like the other 50% is like it is just pure incompetence, and now the chickens are coming home to roost because people did things that they can't control.
I just it doesn't. It feels too stupid to be pure incompetence.
That's
Feels too
humans.
fishy.
That's the human condition.
It just
We're too dumb to
it's just
control.
all we're just all monkeys. We're all just silly little monkeys in our cages, given our little phones half the time.
What was that I think it was some like Middle East leader that like that old clip that went viral. It was like democracy is for the people by the people. Unfortunately, the people are really stupid or something like that. Or it might have been like the Iranian atoll or something, but
Yeah,
we're getting into that.
maybe. But that's it. That's all I know about world events. Current events. Watching Invincible. Watching The Boys.
Yeah, I've been watching those. Did you
Uh,
watch the new Invincible episode today?
no, not today. Not yet. I'll watch it
So
tomorrow.
I will say, like, obviously the animation's still nowhere near like Japanese animation, but they have
Mhm.
impact frames in this episode. They get.
They're learning.
I'm learning. I am learning, but yeah, I think they were saving all of their animation. I mean, it's still not like 90% of it's still not great, but like they saved like
Mhm.
90% of their animation and impact frames and all that for Thrag. Like that was like
Oh yeah,
they were like
as they should.
we're just going to absolutely glaze this guy, and he deserves it.
As
He's pretty sick.
as they should.
He's a pretty sick
As they
character.
should. That's not to spoil anything, but he's the big bad of the universe.
Yeah, I haven't read into it, so I don't know the story. I know he's like the big
Yeah,
bad, but like when I saw today's episode, I was like, it's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased
yeah,
with today's episode.
good. Because I was a little underwhelmed. Uh, the last episode or when he was introduced, I'm just like, he doesn't seem that cool. Like he's much cooler in the comics. Trust me, trust bro.
The animation was sick in this one, so we have
Good.
that to look forward to next few days.
You know,
You watch it. Um,
Boys is kind of bad. Uh, it's been on a downhill trajectory since the first season.
yeah, I'm still watching it. I also just watched that episode today. And like it feels like they're. I really hope they don't try to. I think this is the final season. I
I
really
think
hope.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope they don't try to keep dragging it out because like honestly, the Stormfront season was filler. Like I think with
Yeah.
like the season 2, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna try to extend the life of this show." But, like they should have just made like
It it should have been 3 seasons. It should have been 3 seasons, and it would have been golden. But like it just every single season just feels like we found a new way to kill Homelander, and then that way doesn't work, and they're just like, "Dang it, we were close this time. Time to try a different way," and that just gives you the entire plot for the next season.
I mean
It's
every
been on
show
that.
begins with that.
It's been that for 5 seasons straight. We found a way to kill him, and then it doesn't work, and then they have to find a new way to kill him.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about like even though Invincible has its issues with like animation, it the story wise, it's a lot more. It feels a lot less circular, and it feels a lot less like just like repetitive. It's
Mhm.
moving towards even if I think it moves. I think it moves slower, but like it moves at a better. It moves in a better direction than the boys. Like the boys, you don't really know where they're going with the story, and it doesn't feel like they know where they're going with the story as much.
Sorry. Um. Yeah, that's it. Um. What do you got? What are some of the theoreticals you came cooking with
Yeah, so these
outside
are.
of sniffing poop?
I remember I had these pulled up. This is like some guy Chuck Klosterman or something.
Okay.
It's like 23 questions I ask everybody in order to decide if I can really love them. Like I remember pulling this up. This was months ago. I've had this open as a tab on my phone for a while. I forgot to bring it up.
Yeah.
I'll pick a few because some of them I don't find as interesting as the others. Um, and kind of rapid fire them. Uh, yeah, I don't really love the first few honestly, but let's see. If someone invented a dream VCR, which allowed you to tape an entire evening's worth of your own dreams, which you can then watch at your leisure, but you can only watch them with your family and closest friends, would you do so?
Um. I'm assuming I wouldn't have to record all of them and watch all of them with my family members, right? I could just like pick.
Yeah, yeah. You could just choose whichever ones you want to watch, but if you were to watch it back, you would have to watch it with your family members and friends.
Yeah, I would do that. I've got some pretty fun dreams.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
I had one actually. I speaking of dreams, I had one the other night. Um, I don't I you know this one like really it didn't like bother me, but it was like memorable enough for me to remember it. But I don't know if this is like a fear of mine or what happened, but I was at a local YMCA and I was taking a shower after a workout and I got caught peeing in the shower and apparently my pee smelled so bad that somebody had to go report it. And then I was confronted by the manager of the YMCA. Well, I was still in the shower, by the way, and he came up and he was just like, "Hey, are you peeing in the shower?" And I got so nervous, and I was just like, I should lie to him and say, "No, it wasn't me." And I said, "It was me." I told him, I said it was me, and he's like, "What's your name?" And I'm just like, "Okay, this is your second chance. You can lie to him again." And I didn't do it. I just told him my name, and then he just like laughed at me. He's like, "Dude, you're not supposed to tell me your name. You're supposed to make something up." And then I proceeded to get kicked out of the YMCA
Oh, you got
and
kicked
banned.
out. It wasn't just
Yeah,
funny.
I got banned.
Oh, that's a shame. That's what telling the
Yeah,
truth gets you these days.
I know. I was told. Yeah, all I learned from that dream is that I should lie. I should commit vague acts of uh, ethical inappropriateness and lie about them.
Speaking of dreams, actually, this is a little side thing, but my buddy AJ texted me Monday, and he said, "Man, I had an
Yeah.
insane dream that gave me an idea for a sick video game that was never done before. So I wrote out notes for it the second I woke up, but I was too groggy when I wrote these. Help me decipher them, please." And it
Mhm.
says, "Game in dust, hive good, in dust bad, collect skulls." What do you think he meant by this?
You gotta collect the dust. Oh, you gotta collect the skulls without getting eaten by the dust.
Well, it's in dust, and I think I asked him in industry. It primarily stands for industry. So hive good, industry bad, collect skulls. So my guess was like it was like a bee that disliked capitalism and collects skulls.
Hmm.
That's my best
You
swing at
collect
it.
you collect skulls from the capitalist. I understand.
Yeah, that was my best guess. Um,
Hive mind good, communism good. Fake.
Defying all expectation, a group of Scottish marine biologists capture a live Loch Ness monster. In the same week, a bear hunter shoots a Sasquatch in the thigh, and they take it into captivity. And then that evening, the president announces he may have thyroid cancer and will undergo a biopsy later that week.
Mhm.
As an editor of the New York Times, what do you play as the biggest story?
President thyroid cancer.
It's unfortunate, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
kind of a indictment of our times that
yeah,
the Loch Ness monster and the Sasquatch are page three news by the
yeah,
president.
yeah. It'll come up again. It'll be page one the next day. Oh, by the way, in case you missed it,
Well, there was the whole like aliens thing, wasn't there? I never looked into that, but like it was like they had some Air Force general being like, "Oh, there's aliens," and like that
I feel
never
like
turned into
I
anything.
feel like they, I feel like what the government does is like whenever they're under heat for something, they always try to throw out aliens to distract us from shit that's going on. That's what it
Well, it's
feels like,
always
anyways.
aliens. It was with I don't even remember when that was. It was some war thing or some invasion. Oh, aliens are real.
Mhm.
Or
Mhm.
you know, Epstein files, and it's like, oh, we have illegal aliens in the country. So it's always aliens, regardless regardless of the distraction.
The aliens are real. I saw them hopping the fence.
The aliens are here to steal your jobs, um,
No,
and probe your children.
no.
Um, a novel titled whatever. There's all right. Let's just say a novel has been released to a huge commercial success. However, a curious social trend emerges. Though no one can prove a direct scientific link, it appears that almost 30% of the people who read this book immediately become homosexual. Many of these newfound homosexuals credit the book for helping them reach this conclusion about their orientation, despite the fact that the novel is a crime novel with no homoerotic content and was written by a straight man. Would this phenomenon increase or decrease the likelihood of you reading the book?
I'd read it. I'd see what all the hype's about.
Yeah,
Oh
roll
yeah,
roll the dice.
roll the dice. I'm a lucky man.
I mean, yeah,
I feel like I'd be lucky either way.
yeah. You come out
It's like
fine.
you either prove that you're not gay, or you finally get the courage to come out your deeply closeted secrets.
I think it'd be interesting. Yeah, like it's one of those things. It's like if you don't think there's anything supernatural about it, you might as well figure
Yeah.
yourself out, right?
I I will be honest. I don't know if I would read it because it's not my type of book that I would to read.
A crime novel.
Yeah.
What if it was Red Rising? What if Red Rising like came out and you knew about the story and you knew it was a really good book and there were like 30% of people who read this become homosexual by
Red
the end.
Rising has already made me gay for Darrow.
For Darrow,
For Darrow.
you're not a Severo guy.
Maybe Severo. Maybe
Big on the
Severo. He
Goblin.
I don't know. He went goblin mode.
All right, let's see.
No, he's been hanging out in too many horses. I don't know if I could get down with Severo.
Yeah, too many dead things around him. The smell, the stench alone would get you kicked out of the YMCA. Um, all right, you are watching a movie in a crowded theater. Though the plot is mediocre, you find yourself dazzled by the special effects. But with 20 minutes left in the film, you are struck with an undeniable feeling of doom. You are suddenly certain one of your friends has just died. There is no logical reason for this to be true, but you are certain of it. You are overtaken with the irrational sense that somewhere this friend has just perished. But there's only an intuitive feeling. There is no evidence for this, and they have not been ill. Would you immediately exit the theater, or would you finish watching the movie?
I'd probably exit the theater. I'm just imagining it's just like me watching Demon Slayer. I'd probably walk out.
Yeah, so you think you believe in your intuition? You think it was like
I think here's what it would depend on. Here's what it would depend on. If I was close to an aisle seat and it was easy for me to leave, I would. If I had to go pee to any degree, I would leave. But if I was like in the middle, didn't need to pee, probably would let it.
would you like call that friend, or would you
Yeah, yeah, I'd call a friend.
just to make sure?
Like I've done that, not exactly like that before, but there's been like people I'm just like, man, I know this guy's been having a tough time recently, and I haven't called him in a little bit. I'm just gonna give him a call, see how he's doing.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if it was like, oh, there's 20 minutes left in this movie. I think
Yeah,
if I had this sudden dread feeling, I'd be like, I wouldn't stay for the after credits. I'd be like,
yeah,
all right, I gotta go. But
yeah. If I just got hit with like crazy anxiety, I'm just like, man, I don't know what's wrong. I think my friend might be dead, and I was just kind of like sitting there, just like that's all I could think about. I would probably leave.
yeah,
I would be too physically uncomfortable to just like sit there.
yeah. Especially if it's a mid movie. If it's
Yeah,
Red Rising, I might finish out the movie.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. If it's Demon Slayer, I'm leaving.
yeah, JJK, I'd probably stay.
I'd
Um,
probably stay for Greater K. Yeah.
you meet a wizard in downtown Chicago. The wizard tells you he can make you more attractive if you pay him money. When you ask how this process works, the wizard points at a random person on the street. The wizard says, I will now make them $1 more attractive. He waves his magic wand, and this person does not change at all, as far as you can tell. But suddenly, this person is slightly more appealing. It's invisible to the naked eye, but you can't deny that this person is vaguely sexier. This wizard has a weird
Hmm.
has a weird rule though. You can only pay him once. You can't keep giving
Hmm.
money until you're satisfied. You can only pay him
Uh-huh.
one lump sum up front. How much cash do you give the wizard?
Hmm. Cash do I have on me? I'll probably give him $50.
See, I feel like if I look at a guy, I'm like, I feel like for sure he has gotten more attractive. Like I feel like this guy
Yeah.
has actually done something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do like 500, but like I'd think my number would be somewhere between 100 and like 300. I'd probably
If
give
there's
him
a
100
no
bucks.
if there's a noticeable difference from $1, I feel like 50 times that effect would be like you'd probably bump from like a if you were like a sitting at a solid like 7, you might bump up to like a 7.5, 8, or like a 5 to a 6. I'm not trying to be gorgeous.
I want to be gorgeous. I want to be pretty.
No. You want a pretty boy?
I'd probably do
Don't
100 because I feel like
worry, you're already pretty. You don't have to change
oh,
anything.
thanks, buddy.
That's
This is
fine.
a self acceptance podcast.
Yes.
I'd give him
You
100
beautiful
bucks.
just the way you are. I'd give him 50.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right. Every person you have ever been with romantically is I put that in a different way. Every person you have ever been with romantically is invited to a banquet where you are the guest of honor. No one else will be in
Okay.
attendance except for you and them. After,
Okay.
and the catering service. After the meal, you are asked to give a 15-minute speech to the assembly. You must give a 15-minute speech. What do you talk about?
Good time about 50 minutes for it. Uh, do I get punished if it's not a good speech?
No, no. But you have to
Oh,
speak. You must speak.
oh. Mm, I don't know. I'd probably just talk about some PT stuff because I can ramble about that for hours. Just start talking about the psychosocial model of pain and how the pain that you're feeling inside isn't actually caused by dysfunction. You're just feeling that way because you're a baby.
I'd probably try to do a stand-up routine.
Okay, let's hear it. What would you say? What would you do?
shit, putting me on the spot.
What are you talking about? Like, when you talk about like
I think I
daily
do
life
crowd work.
stuff,
I think I do crowd work. Be like, hey,
yeah. Hey, I remember you.
yeah, what are you guys up to? You guys come together? No, we came together. Yeah, I feel like a stand-up routine would be like the only way to like not like I feel like I might like a stand-up routine done somewhat tastefully, where you're like very acknowledging like, hey, this is really awkward for every single person here. It's probably the best way
Yeah.
to like not end up like shot in the parking lot afterwards. Like,
What's the what's the show that's on YouTube where you like rank people from least to most attractive, like strangers?
oh yeah, I think a lot of different shows do that. I think like Jubilee is
Okay.
like one of the people that like they
Yeah,
do that.
Jubilee. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, you do Jubilee. You just like, okay, everybody get up here. I'm gonna tell you to stand in a certain spot, and I'm not gonna tell you what it means until the end.
And then you can even do the like the line of like strongly agree to strongly disagree. Or like who's
Yeah,
the mole? Like
yeah.
who's who's the person that I haven't slept with? And it's me. And I have to pretend to be the one person.
It's just, oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, just make everything a
Or do
Jubilee
like
episode.
do a Jubilee like a Jubilee red flag episode where you're just like sitting at a desk and you have to have like people rush in and like debate you
Oh,
about something.
yeah, where everyone has like touched the chair to like debate the person sitting there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be
yeah,
the Jordan Peterson.
yeah.
What do you mean by believe? What do you mean by is?
What do you mean by love? I never said those words. That wasn't me.
I never said that. Let that fly.
Get it?
I
Did you
did.
get it?
I
Oh,
did. It's been buzzing around for like the past 20 minutes. It really bothering me.
wow. Reflex is like a cat.
He's been slowing down. I think he's been feeding on me for a week. Um,
No, he's big and fat.
all right. You have a let's say you have a terminal condition that doesn't cause you discomfort at the moment. See, I feel like we're gonna have the same answer for this one, by the way. Like, I don't like the way this one's
Okay.
phrased because it
Okay.
pre-assumes like your answer. It says there
Yeah.
is no discomfort at the moment. However, it will unquestionably kill you in 6 months. However,
Okay.
your life can be saved by an operation. The only downside is that there will be the downside is that there will be an incision to your frontal lobe. You'll be significantly less intelligent. You'll still be a fully functioning adult, but you'll be less logical. You will have a terrible memory and will have little ability to understand complex concepts or difficult ideas. And this would be in 2 weeks. And the
I
question
think
is
I'd
like,
go.
how do you spend the next
Oh
14 days? But like,
no.
I think I'd rather die if I'm being
I was
honest.
gonna say. I'm gonna say like I think I'd have like I'd be a wonderful co-host. I would really fit the illogically ignorant part of the podcast.
That's true. Yeah, you could just be like every podcast has their like their foil, right? They have like the basement yard guys. You ever see
Yeah.
those guys? They're the ones that talk about
Yeah.
like how to eat a banana. Like they have like
Yeah.
one guy who just says like just off the wall, just really dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, Good Mythical
That could
Morning
be me.
has Link. Um, so like everyone, I do think we need like a lobotomized host.
Okay.
Uh,
I sign up. I'll live.
you would make the trade for
Because
that.
we talked about it. We've talked about it before. I can be dumb and happy the rest of my life.
Would
I
you?
probably would lose my job though, which would suck.
I can be disconnecting my headphones. Would you? Do you think you'd be? Do you think you'd be happy? Like, do you think you would have basically not miss what you lost? Or, like you wouldn't mourn the loss of that?
I don't know. I probably would just because I don't think I'd be able to keep my license. I don't think I could continue to practice. So
Yeah,
if you find
I
something
think if
new,
you're lobotomized, you're probably not. Your malpractice insurance premiums probably go up quite a bit.
yeah, they'd definitely go up. I would just become Togi. I would just start doing steroids and lifting a lot and doing random podcasts and vlogs and recording my workouts.
Honestly, yeah. Like, would you? If the question was, would you take this offer though? You think you would still take it to extend your life?
Yeah, I'd probably take it. Yeah.
I think
It,
I'd need like I would need the guarantee of like I can end it if I want later on.
Yeah, you can. Well, you can always end it.
That's true. Yeah, I guess you always have that option. We don't support
Dave,
that
you just
on this
you wouldn't go
podcast.
to law school anymore. You would just continue your career in the military.
I'd actually probably be much better.
You would
Uh,
have a very successful career
yeah,
in
I'd have a
the
much more successful career if I was lobotomized. Hopefully, yeah, this will release after I'm gone. That'll be nice. All right, let's see. Um, hmm. I haven't read through this one yet. I haven't read through any of these later ones, so we're gonna just see if they're any good. You
Yeah.
are sitting in an empty bar in a town you've never before visited, drinking Bacardi with a soft-spoken acquaintance you barely know. After an hour, a third individual walks in the tavern and sits by himself, and you ask your acquaintance who the new man is. Be careful of that guy, you are told. He is a man with a past. A few minutes later, a fourth person enters the bar. He also sits alone. And then you ask your acquaintance who this new individual is, and he says, "Be careful of that guy too. He is a man with no past." Which of these two people do you trust less?
I trust less. Uh, uh, I don't know. I'd be thinking man with no past. He's probably a CIA agent. They probably wiped his records. I'd probably trust the man with the past more.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I think the man with no past is much more dangerous.
because he's more predict. Yeah, like the man with the past is more predictable.
Yeah, even if he's like some violent criminal, it's like at least you know that the
Yeah,
devil you know kind of thing.
yeah.
Um, you have won a prize. The prize has two options, and you can choose either, but not both. The first option is a year in Europe with a monthly stipend of $2,000. The second option is 10 minutes on the moon. Which one do you choose?
Europe.
Yeah, a year is pretty. I mean, I guess you are living in poverty though. Oh, it's a stipend, so I guess you can. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, Europe.
You'd be
Um,
fine. Stay in a hostel. Travel.
oh, this one is a fun one. I did pre-read this one a few weeks ago. Your best friend is taking a nap on the floor of your living room. Suddenly, you are faced with a bizarre existential problem. This friend is going to die unless you kick them as hard as you can in the rib cage. If you don't
Yeah.
kick them while they slumber, they will never wake up. However, you can never
Mhm.
explain this to your friend. If you later inform them that you did this to save their life, they will also die from that. So you have to kick a sleeping friend in the ribs as hard as you can, and you can't tell them why. What
Mhm.
excuse will you fabricate to explain this seemingly inexplicable attack?
I tripped.
You tripped and kicked someone full force. Like this is like
Yeah.
definitely gonna break their ribs. By the way, like if
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
of us kicked the other one in the ribs, we would break their ribs.
I'm gonna say I was running over to grab something. I tripped, kicked you, and then I'd have to like fake a fall after. What would you give?
Well, it can't be something like, "Oh, I was angry at you for something in a dream," right? Like maybe
Yeah.
my girlfriend could go out with
I
that.
was
I guess.
pissed off. So I was pissed off, so I decided to beat the fuck out of you.
I guess like maybe it'd have to be like, "Oh, dude, like there was this like venomous there was a venomous you can't go with snake because you'd have to have like proof.
Mhm.
There was a venomous spider on your chest, and I obliterated it. It is gone.
I
It
kicked it so hard it
it
exploded.
it literally disintegrated when I kicked it, but I had to save your life.
Mhm.
I feel like if you kicked me in the ribs like that, and like I thought you were genuine about like, because I don't think I'd believe your tripping story. I feel like I'd be like, you tried to murder me. If you told me you tripped, think like this guy tried to murder me and like made up a really terrible lie.
Murder, murder you with a kick to the ribs.
I don't know. Like
Come on.
I thought it was a poor attempt, but like it was attempt nonetheless. Like, cause like I feel like at least like a spider, you can be like, all right, this guy was maybe mad about something and he just want to kick me. But if you're like, oh, I tripped, then I'm like, I woke up just in time for this guy not to kill me.
I've definitely been like to sleepovers when I was younger, and people have like stepped on me while I was asleep.
I think
So I
there's
don't
a
feel like it'd
difference
be like,
between stepping though and like full force kick.
yeah, I felt really hard.
This is just a random question that's not on here, but would you rather be full like full force kicked in the stomach? No, let's say the ribs by no, let's say the stomach by oh, there's another fly. I couldn't get that one. No. Full Force Kicked in the Ribs by John Jones, or Full Force Punched in the Face by Mike Tyson.
So it's either brain damage or ruptured liver. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. And broken ribs.
I mean, I think Full Force by
Oh.
Mike Tyson, you might just straight up die in that one impact. Like, I feel like you have a
Yeah.
chance at surviving. Like, albeit
Is it Mike Tyson at his current age?
no,
Prime
in his
Mike
prime,
Tyson.
prime Mike
Oh,
Tyson.
fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one that I survive.
That you have a chance at least of surviving, even with a
Yeah,
degraded lifestyle.
yeah. Like my liver's torn, my spleen's ruptured, my ribs are broken, heart stopped for a couple seconds.
It might stop for a little more than a couple seconds. You might need a little more help than that. Um,
That's a good question though.
let's see. Okay, for
Catch,
the
Mr.
fly comes back.
Miyagi, catch the fly.
That fly comes back. Oh, he's on the wall. Uh, for whatever the reason, we're down to the last few. For whatever the reason, two unauthorized movies are made about your life. The first is an
Okay.
independently released documentary, primarily composed of interviews with people who know you and bootleg footage from your actual life. It's being
Mhm.
described as brutally honest and relentlessly fair. Meanwhile, Hollywood has produced a big budget biopic of your life, casting major Hollywood stars as you and all your acquaintances. And though it's based on actual events, they've taken some liberties with the facts. Um, Critics are split, but audiences love that one. Which film would you,
Mhm.
if you could only see one, which one would you go see?
Hollywood, doll that shit up. Give me Henry Cavill as my actor.
Who would you, if you could choose someone that like, all right, let's say you just choose any actor and then choose someone that like you actually think would fit you. Who would you choose as your
Okay.
actors for your life?
So like one that I think would do well and one that I would like personally.
Yeah,
Okay, Henry Cavill. That's who I want to portray me. I think someone that would be more accurate would be like good actors. Who's someone? I'm gonna say Chris Pratt, but I don't think that makes sense.
I don't think Chris Pratt makes
Super.
sense for you.
uh, male actors. Let's go through the list. Henry Cavill is the one I want because I want to be that pretty. Christian Bale doesn't make sense. Chris Hemsworth doesn't make sense. Oh, maybe like a young Russell Crowe.
I think for who I think would do a good job of portraying me,
Yeah.
I think Steven Yeun. You
Oh,
know,
yep. Steven would be good.
you know what's weird? I looked up like best Asian actors and like every single one's Korean. But Steven Yeun, I think would do a good job. I'd like to be acted by Invincible.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I lied. I'm gonna take mine back. I think somebody that would do really good would be Brendan Fraser.
Is he the mummy guy?
Yeah.
Brandon Fraser.
I specifically for his portrayal in is a whale.
In The Whale. Yeah, I remember when. I never watched that, but I remember when that came out. Um,
Yeah, that's an accurate depiction of me.
if it was just any actor to portray me, I think I'd have to get two. If it was like, I think I think Bobby Lee would be a fun watch. I think Bobby Lee would be a fun one. Um, if it was like race, uh, if it was like colorblind hiring, um, hmm, who are like the top? Let's see, just top male actors.
That's what I did.
Uh,
I'm going with hottest male actors. Channing Tatum.
hmm. Like maybe this might be a recency bias. You know, I think it would be hilarious if he was portraying an American, a Chinese American boy, uh, Carl Urban. That's his name, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Billy Butcher. I think just but like full Aussie accent as he portrays me.
yeah,
I think that'd be good.
yeah. That'd be good. See so
Um,
diabolical.
okay, I've got one more that seems somewhat interesting.
Okay, let's go.
You work in an office. Generally, you are popular
Yep.
with your coworkers. However, you discover that there are currently two rumors circulating the office gossip mill, and both involve you. The first rumor is that you got drunk at the office holiday party and slept with one of your married coworkers. This rumor is completely true, but most people don't believe it. The second rumor is that you have been stealing hundreds of thousands of office no, it's just hundreds. Let's say thousands of dollars of office supplies and then selling them to cover a gambling debt. This rumor is completely false, but virtually everyone assumes it is factual. Which of these two rumors is most troubling to you?
Sleeping with the coworker.
Even though no one really believes it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's still the
it
one
hasn't
I think you
started
gotta
yet.
I think that's still the one you gotta kill. I feel like the
Yeah,
unless they're like going after you for stealing, I feel like I'm like I can eat the reputation of like having a gambling issue. That's fine.
yeah,
I'll eat that
yeah.
reputation.
Oh well, you're just a big time gambler.
You know, I can't remember if I told you this. Small caveat. They have us do like yearly physical things, right? But like it's usually just like virtual. You just fill out like a form of like how have you been? How many drinks do you have
Mhm.
a week? Things like that. Do you smoke? And on there was like, have you gambled in the past 12 months? And I'd been in like Gulfport. I was like, yeah. And it says, how many times have you gambled in the past 12 months? I was like, I think I went twice, or like, and each time I spent $50. So I spent a total of
Mhm.
$100 gambling. And
Mhm.
then like 2 years later, I was talking to the PA at the team, and I was like, hey, can you like write this in my record? Like I had something with a medical. He was, did you know in here it says you have gambling issues? Like, what? And he goes, yeah, it says they put in here you have gambling issues. I was like, I wrote in there I gambled twice, and like it was
Yeah.
$50 each, and they were like, yes, this man has a gambling problem.
Yeah, if
So
you got a problem, you need
that
to go
might
talk to somebody about it.
that might already be in my record.
Yeah.
Those are my questions for the day. But
Heck yeah.
you got anything before I was gonna say we could do a little game. It's a little
Uh, let's go. Let's go game. Let's go
all right.
gambling.
So I stole this and from the Underdogs podcast. Basically, I think it works better with more people, but we can give this a trial run for maybe if we want to do this in Japan with the other guys, get them on. So how it's gonna work is we're each gonna we can use like a random number generator, right? We'll get
Mhm.
it to generate on either side of us number 0 to 10, and then the so we'll have that secret number in our heads, and then the other person will get three questions to deduce like what that number is, and how basically those questions
Mhm.
are going to be like, give me a movie that's this many out of 10, right? That number out of 10,
Okay.
or give me a
Mhm.
hairstyle that's this out of 10 and attractiveness. So
Okay.
it'll be us trying to. It's like a social deduction game of like figuring out what you think of certain things.
Mhm.
Like in theirs, they were like, give me a body part in terms of attractiveness. Like, and I think one of the answers was like shoulder, and they had to like figure out that was like 5 for that guy.
4. Yeah.
So yeah, so um, do you want to go for? You want to get your number first? You want to look like
Yeah, I'll do a random number.
yeah, 0 to 10. This will be our pop culture segment, I guess, or maybe not, depending on how it is. This might just be get to know Luke.
Okay.
Are you got your number?
Okay. I've got my
All right,
number.
I'll get three questions to ask. So I already have some prep. That's why I was gonna go first because I already like thought of some.
Mhm.
Um, let's go. Give me a vacation destination. That's that out of 10.
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, it's gonna be like a 2. Um, it's gonna be a 1. Uh, okay. Give me a let's say if you like tiered up all of the animals in the animal kingdom. Give me an animal that's that out of 10 or that percentile out of 10.
Like based on how much I like them,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. It can either be how much you like them or like how. Let's say all you make the decision either on how much
Okay,
you like them or how like survivable they are. They should be in the real world.
we're gonna go with how much I like them. And I'm gonna say pelican.
See, now I'm thinking. Now I'm questioning. I'm debating whether you actually dislike Columbus or if you like or if you dislike Pelicans more than I'd expect. Um. Okay. Give me a song that you would like play at a party. This is like a banger party.
Mm, mm. Hit me with hit me with songs. What's a banger song that I would absolutely play at a party? Uh, we would go with uh, this is tough. Bangin' party. We would put on some lo-fi hip hop.
I didn't know you hated Pelicans as much. I'm gonna go with a one.
No,
What what is it like
it's a three.
three? Okay, I was thinking like three would
Yeah,
be my next guess.
yeah.
I what would you have put out of curiosity for those questions since we've earned them? What would you have put
Uh,
for like vacation and music at one then? Like what's worse? What's
music
that much worse?
at a bangin' party. It would probably be like I would like if you're at a bangin' party and you just want to kill the vibes immediately, you would put on
Like
you would
spoken
put
word.
on some yeah you would put on just classical like some Beethoven.
See, I feel like Beethoven would go hard though.
I now that I think about it, Beethoven would go hard.
Like
Um,
imagine you get some
you
Ninth Symphony at like the function.
you would put on the uh you would put on you would put on Crimes and Punishment the audiobook.
See, now that we've said bang and party, like everything I'm thinking, I'm like, this could go hard in the right context.
It could go hard. Yeah, that one's hard. That one's hard.
Maybe that's a bad
And
question.
Animal, I probably would have been something that would like how much I like them. It would be like a spider or something, like a fly.
Yeah, I was thinking Pelican was like what was dragging my number, like what
Yeah,
was sticking out to me. I was like, I don't think you hate Pelicans that much, but like it made me question. I was like, I don't
yeah.
think
I
you
don't
hate
know.
Columbus or Pelicans that much,
I
but
I was kind of just thinking of like what are birds I don't necessarily like that much, and pelican was just like there.
hmm,
I don't know. All right,
okay.
let's
Let me get a
roll your number.
0 through 10. Okay.
Okay. Um, what gym exercise would be this number?
That's a good one. I didn't think of that one. I'd say uh dumbbell tricep kickback.
Okay. Working there. Yeah. Um, TV show or anime that you've watched. What would the ranking be? What would you choose?
Uh, that I've the ones I've watched. Um, let me look through my list of watched shows. Where's my anime list? Uh, See, the thing is, no, I don't want to give too much away. Um, let's say Magical Senpai.
Okay. Okay. Um, what would be what number would fit for fast food restaurant?
Fast food restaurant.
Yep. For
Hmm.
you specifically.
I'd probably say let's say White Castle.
Is your number a two?
My number's a one. See, I think one is actually one of the hardest ones because I was like,
Yeah.
because like especially your questions, I was like, I don't. If there's a show or a place that like is a one, like I will just
Yeah.
never have seen it. I was like, I had to choose like the least interesting thing I'd ever seen, and then I was like,
Mhm.
food wise, I was like, I can't even think of like like White Castle just because like I'm not a fan or like I don't really
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But what was my third one? It was
It
White Castle.
was restaurant, it was shows, and it was gym.
Yeah, I think the gym one was like how I was like kind of trying to relay it to you. I was like, this is like the
Yeah.
worst thing I could think of.
I I kind of went down, so it's just like I'm starting with 0 to 10. After the first question, I'm like, okay, I already know it's sub three. I know right off the bat it's sub three.
All right, you want to do it?
Tricep kickbacks, useless
I
exercise.
like yeah, especially I was like, I need to really solidify. I was like dumbbell tricep kickback. I was like, I gotta make sure
Yeah,
I specify that.
yeah. I'm ready. I've generated my
You got
number.
yours? All right.
Yep.
First date activity.
Doom scrolling and not saying a single word.
All right, so I guess we're just landing bottom quartile of the list right now. Um, hmm. Let's say college major for getting you a good for solidifying you a well-paying job.
Um, mm, we're gonna go with we're gonna go with theoretical arts.
Theoretical arts. Okay. So I think I'm in 0 to 2 territory right here. Um let's go sports by watching like by your enjoyment watching them.
Ooh, let's go with underwater basket weaving.
Your number is 0.
It's a one.
Okay, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna gen it up. I'll see if let's see what it gives me. Okay.
Okay. Um, let's see. Let's see if we can draw inspiration from my room. Um, how much you enjoy? Let's go with vices. What vice would this be
By
to you?
by enjoyment, is this taking into account like guilt, or is this just like pure like in the moment? How much do I enjoy? Like how much dopamine hit of a hit
Yeah,
is this?
yeah, dopamine hit.
Um, I'd say laying in bed watching a show, like, but like
Okay.
as a vice, you know what I mean? Where it's like I kind of know I should be doing something else, but like this is like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
me burning time watching a show in bed.
Okay, so we're over five already. Okay, at least at five. Mm, let's go with what? Let's go with video game that you've played within the past 2 years.
Um, hmm, move my Discord aside. Let me see. Let me see if I've got anything on my desktop. Hmm. Video game I've played in the last 2 years. Maybe let's just say Tomb Raider 2009 or whatever the Tomb Raider
Okay,
2008 2009 whatever it was.
okay, God, I'm stuck. That didn't help out at all. Let's go with mm, let's okay. Let's say liquids. What would be your level of enjoyment, or what liquid would bring on this level of enjoyment?
Hmm. I'd probably say let's assume it's like let's assume it's not a hot day. It's like 70
Okay,
degrees. You know, maybe
okay,
maybe 80. Let's say 80-degree day. It's a
okay.
little
A
getting
little
up
warm,
there.
a little warm. Okay.
A lukewarm glass of water.
Ooh. Is your number five?
It is. Yeah, it was like I was trying to think of like the most middle of the pack answers I could give on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
You
like
got it. You got it.
yeah. Like I think the water solidified it, but I was like video game wise, I was like I do think five is easier than like one, right? Because like one is
Hmm.
like unless it's like you said theoretical art, unless it's like you're making things up. I think things that you like typically do, it's so hard to find a one because there's
Yeah,
so few things that like you would ever spend time doing if they're a one.
yeah,
Five is a
yeah,
little
yeah.
easier, I
You
think.
would stop doing it. Five is kind of like that threshold of like it was something that existed, but I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do this thing again. But when it comes to food, it's like water's the five. Water's like basic. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just water.
Well, I was trying to like without spoiling it, I was trying to be like water can be above a five, definitely. I think like
Water
hot
can
day,
be a 10, dude.
yeah, like what like water when you need it,
Yeah,
easy 8 to 10. But
yeah,
on a hot day, you know, very lukewarm water. That's a good
yeah,
five.
yeah.
Got yours?
All right, I'm good.
All right. Let's say this is going to be interesting. I don't think this is going to give me much, but it'll be interesting. An interesting question.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say like let's say like 2 year span of your life. So like choose like a
Okay.
2 year span, like age wise of your life
Hmm.
that fits this number.
And sophomore to junior year of high school.
Yeah, they didn't give me much. I mean, I mean, I want to say it's in the top 50%. I want to say it's in the top five at
I don't know.
least.
Maybe I was bullied in high
That's
school.
that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Maybe I
Yeah,
hated this
Mister
year. Maybe
Mister
puberty
Three
was
Sport
really hard.
Mister Three Sport athlete was bullied in high school. You never know.
Hey man, it was before my senior year, mate. I wasn't at the top yet.
Um, say. Hmm. Let's go with the easy one because I kind of gave up all my information in the first one. Let's say musical artist on your personal enjoyment, not like artistry or whatever.
Go with Zach Brown band.
I'm thinking it's a 7 or 8 at least. Because all right, see if I can narrow it down finally. Um, yeah, I won't make it like too easy. So let's say how much you are a fan of like a superhero, like choose like any superhero, like
Yeah.
how cool are they to you?
Mm, go with the Flash.
I really shot myself in the foot on the first and the third one because I have no idea what you think of these things. So I'm really running off of Zach Brown, man. I know they're above a 7 for you. At least I probably put money on them being above a 7 for you.
Hey Dave, what is it?
I won't go too high. I'm gonna say I don't want to go with 9. I'm gonna go with 8.
It was 7.
Oh, it was 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was thinking Zach Brown, man. I was like, I don't know how much you do. Like, I know you like enjoy their music,
Yeah,
but
they're
it's
good.
not like,
They're good. I would go to their concert, but it's like they're not one of my favorite artists
yeah,
of all time. That's kind of reserved for like the 9, 10 realm.
yeah, that's fair.
I enjoy them, so it's above a 5.
You wanna do one more round each?
Yeah, yes, do one more.
All right. Okay, got mine.
Okay. Um, Schools in Indiana that you would allow your children to go to.
I'd say
This could be high school. This can be college. It could be whatever schools you can think of.
okay. Uh, how about you narrow it? You want high school or college?
Let's go. Let's go college.
Okay. Yeah, more people probably actually know that. Um, Purdue. Do you want like which school?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Purdue. You went to IU, but you don't care that much. Actually, follow up question:
Hmm.
degree while attending Purdue.
Chemical engineering.
You're at like a 8, 9, or 10.
That's what I was asking. I was like, do you want the school at which?
Yeah. I needed the follow up there. Okay, last one. Um, Music artist that you would give this number to.
Oh, real quick, pull up my Spotify. Um, this is a really difficult one. Like, yeah, splitting it up into 10 segments is actually makes it a lot more difficult.
Mhm.
Um, no. Maybe You got me thinking hard on this one. Uh, let's just go with Beartooth.
Is this a 10?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
The 9.
Ah,
Because I was thinking, I was like Falling Universe was what came to mind first, but I was like Falling Universe is probably my 10, or like that's like the one I listen to
yeah.
the most. Um, I think 10 on school would have probably been like a Notre Dame or something,
Notre Dame. Yeah.
and then
Chemical engineering at Purdue.
it's
Come
hard.
on.
Like once it hits 9 or 10, it's like
Okay.
that's why like when I was thinking high schools, I was like, if I give like a Fisher's high school, or if I give like any of like those like Fisher, like I think Carmel would be like 10, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're given like, but like even like Fisher's agency, all that, I'm like that'd still be basically equivalent, right? So nine is hard, I think, when it comes to that.
Yeah. Okay. I've got my number.
All right. Drinking game by enjoyment.
Ooh. Beer yogurt.
Oh, okay. High number. It's gotta be. It's gotta be a high number. Um, unless you really hate drinking and driving. Um, hmm, let's go with time of day to go to the gym.
Mm, 6 in the morning.
I mean, I know you're fine with mornings. I think anything in the afternoon kind of sucks. I think we're on the same page on that one. Um, let's go with first date ideas.
Shit. So we'll go with kind of like a cocktail dinner, someplace that's where the lighting's good, it's not too loud, place for great conversations, and then follow it up into uh like a game night. Go to like a 16-bit or like a pins, some sort of like fun activity, and then like end the night off on a bench somewhere and just be talking.
So this is a 10. This is a
Yeah.
10. Like I was thinking, I was like, beer cart's got to be a 9 or a 10. Like I was like, I can't
Yeah.
imagine you'd ever put like a flip cup or anything like that up there. And then I was
Yeah.
like, and then when he went into the date, I was like, okay, yeah, like the arcade. I was like, that's a pretty good date. But as soon as you were like,
Yep.
yeah, ending on a bench, I'm like, all right, this is like got to be the
Yeah.
peak, the top, the pinnacle of any date you could get.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Where,
the
where did I trip you up? Where did I trip you up with that one? Was it my second answer?
um yeah, I think the 6 a.m. I didn't think you would put that as your
I'm a morning guy. I like morning gym.
you love 6 a.m. because like I mean
Yeah.
I've been like a morning guy the past few years. I mean not like the past
Hmm.
year, for example, but like past few years I've been a morning guy, and like I don't hate it, but like
Hmm.
I think I have so much more fond memories of like high school. So like when I've been doing the afternoons,
Hmm.
I don't know, like right now I'm basically essentially unemployed for all intents and
Hmm.
purposes. So like I'm basically going at like 9:30 with a buddy of mine here,
Yeah.
and I'd say that's probably my preference, because like
Hmm.
anything before noon is still like beats anything afternoon, right? Because like afternoon, like I want to get it done in the morning, so like I feel like I've done something for the day. But
Yeah.
6 a.m. is like so
Like
even on a weekend,
it.
you would rate 6 a.m. You think?
Yeah. I mean, maybe like a 7, but like most of the time I'm working out middle of the week, and That's where I'm kind of like frustrated right now, like with my job, where it's just like I can't make 6 a.m. work. I really can't make 5 a.m. work. Like I've tried to do gym at like 4:30. That sucks so bad. I hate that.
The most
I hate super early where I'm not getting enough sleep, and I hate after work.
the worst mental state I've ever been in was when I first moved to Virginia, and I was living like in I was like an hour away from work, and I
Hmm.
had to wake up at 4:30 to go work out, and
Hmm.
like having to tell people I'm like, yeah, I won't be able to do anything tonight, or like when I was still playing games a lot with the guys back home, I'd be like, yeah, I won't be playing games because I got to go to sleep at 8:30. Like
Yeah.
having to go to sleep before 9 every single night, so you could
Oh
be
yeah.
somewhat alive for your 4:30 alarm. That's
Yeah.
so miserable. I think yeah, 6 is definitely much more manageable. I'm gonna be doing like probably 7 a.m.s in college, but my
Because
issue,
like 6 a.m.s, that means you're going to bed like 10 or 11.
yeah,
It's like that's fine. That's like a normal time to go to bed.
I'd say the only issue I have with 6 a.m.s though during the week is like a lot of gyms will just fill up completely. Like that's why I think honestly I might put 5 a.m. or like five
Hmm.
thirty above like 6:30,
Hmm.
because like by the time you hit 7, everyone's in there right before they go to work. Right, so it's
Yeah.
like I want to be done before like the 6:30 rush. I think.
Yeah.
Um, so like
That's why
six, I think you're still
like
hitting that.
because most of my individual workouts now are like an hour and a half. So it's like by the time like the 7 a.m. crew comes in, I'm done with the weights, and I'm either just doing like mobility or I'm doing some sort of cardio machine. I'm just kind
That's
of like
fair.
mind my own business, kind of trotting along,
Yeah.
and I feel good because I'm just like I got a whole hour of workout in before these bums got in here.
So you're working
I
out
feel
longer
really
than
good
I
about
am
it.
now because I probably do hour weight sessions and then I'll do like 15 minutes of cardio or something. So like you're in there longer than
Yeah,
I am.
that's ballpark. It depends how much time I have. Um, some of my sessions are like 30 minutes where I'm just like I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to warm up that much, so I'll just like hop on like Stairmaster, just go to town for like 20, 30 minutes. But like optimal days, they're like hour and a half. Can get like the full weights and then get some mobility work and then do a little bit of cardio.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
that was the guess my number game. So
That's good. We should do that in Japan. We
yeah,
should.
I think it'd be an easier sell for them. We're doing a little game. We just happen to be recording it. But I think it's more fun
Yeah.
when you get more people like giving their unhinged questions and
Yeah.
seeing if you know. Because I think me and you generally, I think outside of me asking you and you giving me your high school years, like I knew your high school years
Yeah.
were good generally, and
Yeah.
then I, but like the Flash question, I was like, I don't know. Like I think everyone thinks the Flash is cool, but like I don't really have like a frame of reference on how cool
It's
you think
like
the
yeah,
Flash is.
he's cool. I like him. I would like him more. Uh, if any like recent adaptation of him was like good at all. But he's like yeah, theoretically like cool, fastest guy in the universe, zooming around,
Theoretically, I think he's like the
killing everybody.
strongest thing in the universe. Right?
Yeah, like he's moving. Like I think there's like a comic where he runs so fast that he outruns time itself.
I I saw some video by some guy who makes like little animated little video documentaries or whatever. I might send it to you. It's something about like the Flash and like optimization. And it was like the evils of optimization, and it was basically saying like the Flash is fast enough to where he can like be faster than time, and he can be everywhere all at once and be
Yeah.
omnipresent. And it was basically like, yeah, like
Mhm.
you should just spend your days ferrying people around. Someone will be like, oh, I want an ice cream, or oh, I want to get to here, and then the Flash
Mhm.
can just do that. And he's like, you should just optimize and spend your life optimizing and just going numb and just
Yeah.
doing that. And like he could make the world utopia, but he doesn't
Yeah.
because he's lazy.
He doesn't. He's lazy.
He
And
doesn't
he's just
love
stopping
capitalism
bad
enough.
guys that he could. That's true. He makes so much money off that business.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
imports and exports.
Do you know how many nukes Iran would have right now? The Flash was
With the
doing his
Flash.
best work.
Well, that's all I had for our prepared topics. I think the next we'll probably get. I'm sure we'll get one more in, and I'll probably
We'll
drop.
probably get like yeah.
I'll probably
We'll
drop
probably
the
get like
last one and this one like 2 weeks apart. Um,
mhm.
because we'll have so we don't have like a stockpile building up. Um, yeah, we'll probably get one more remote one, and then start start getting some in person ones. That Japan
Heck
one's coming
yeah.
up real soon. what are we? We're 2 months out from being in Japan, or like roughly 2 months out from being in Japan, which is crazy.
I know. I just got my tax refund, dude. Crazy.
I never get anything back for taxes. I only ever owe stuff for taxes. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the company I was working at before. Why my federal I was paying so much to the federal government every single paycheck. I was like, this is higher than what it should be. And then I got my tax return. I was like, oh, that's why. That makes sense.
Nice. Did you have any other topics for today?
Nope. Nope. That's it.
Oh,
I'm good. We've been podding for about 2 hours now.
yeah. Well, thank you guys for sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed our games, our
Yeah,
little hypotheticals, little lighthearted one. No existential Iran talk today. Not as much.
not as much. Less
Not
than
as much.
usual.
Not even a
We'll
mention of
work on that.
AI until now.
Oh shit. Oh shit, Dave. Well, it's because the bubble's bursting and it's not as cool as everybody thought it would be.
Well, when the market crashes, we'll have something to talk about on the podcast. So,
Yeah. Well, we're already in a mini reset. Anyways, before I go down that rabbit hole, thank you guys for watching, listening. This is Illogically Ignorant, and we'll see you guys next time.
later.